We have breaking news this deadline day out of Queen of the South, where manager Aussie Villain has announced 3 loan signings as he looks to strengthen ahead of the return of the Champions League. Now for more, we cross live to local reporter Charles Hogan.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, well, 3 players in and none out have, it's left the squad looking more bloated than Villain's belly, to be honest. But, the return of Marko Stankic should be exciting for the fans. Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Queen of the South. It is season 12, episode 9 today, and it is the return of the Champions League. We are going to Paris to take on PSG and hopefully still be alive in the tie for the second leg. And before that, we've got Ross County, Tycoon-owned Ross County, of course, with about their 15th manager of the series as well. Now, deadline day has come and gone, and we did do some business, as you can see behind my head here. The headline is we got Marko Stankic back on loan from Manchester United. Hopefully, he's going to be as good for us this time as he was first time around. In terms of what we're paying, it's not too bad, actually. We've got, where is it, what we're paying here? Just 21 grand a week. That's it. 21.5 grand a week, and he is ours. So, I mean, as I say, he was brilliant for us first time around. Let's hope we get a similar sort of thing. The other loanees we got in is Jamie, I guess it would be, from Barcelona. 600 grand loan fee. Now, this is the guy that I said that was, if I was going to sell Torres, this is the guy I was looking at to come in and replace him. Now, he became available for loan. Barcelona put him up for loan. You'll see we're not paying anything in terms of wages. And yeah, so just the 600 grand. I didn't sell Torres. I just basically strengthened. We got an extra body in. And yeah, hopefully we don't need him, but if we do, then we've got him and he will hopefully do a good job for us. So that is Jamie. And the other guy we got in was Jean Diabagate on loan from Hertha Berlin. Now, this is the guy I've been actually looking at signing for a long time. And I've actually heard of Berlin beat me to his signature. We can see we're paying 29.5 grand a week of his wages. He's just, again, a little bit of cover on the right side of midfield. He's quick, he's pacey, he can dribble, cross, he can do all that sort of stuff. Again, a luxury signing. We don't actually need him, but he's here to do a job. If we do need him, if Makraev and or Bol go down injured, then he can come in and do a job for us. So those are the 3 we got in. Hopefully you agree with them. And like I say, we haven't spent anything in terms of a transfer fee. It's just wages. It's the 600 grand for Jamie. But yeah, I think it works out okay and just gives us that little bit of extra depth. And we haven't had to sell anybody to do it. So yeah, I think all around good news. Now there were 3 games to catch you up on the field. The first in the league was against Aberdeen. We went ahead through Alvarez. Dogan's run was finished by Makraev to make it 2-0. Before Dibev added a third. And then a fourth before half-time. He completed his hat-trick after the break. And then he got his 4th. Igor Dibev, I mean, what have we signed? 4 goals from a centre-back. You can see they missed a penalty themselves. They actually did miss it. And yeah, I mean, it was a game we were just very good. We were too good for them. 4 goals from Dibev. Dogan looked quite good in there. Makraev returned to form. Spence, I think he might have been a little bit tired for this one. But yeah, all in all, smashing away from home against Aberdeen is a very good place for us to be. Next game to catch you up on in the league again was against Livingston. We took an early lead when Stankic's knockdown was finished by Angus. Angus got his second. And Bol was on hand to make it 3-0 at half-time. Torres got our 4th just after the break. Before Angus completed his hat-trick. So another game where we were very good. They actually were down to 10 men in the first half, and then they were down to 9 men late on. But it wouldn't have made much difference. The XG was actually over 5, so we underperformed in terms of XG, although there were some penalties involved there. But it was a very, very comfortable win for us. And yeah, we'll take that. And within those 5 goals was our 100th. Actually, I think the 5th one was our 100th league goal of the season, which broke a club record. So we are officially record holders now for the club with 100 league goals. We put the league to one side. Next, we had our cup tie against non-league, I think it was Transient Juniors, I think it is. Let's go see how we did. Bummer ado put us in front. Torres cross for Makrayev to get our second. Before Turpey cross for Arvik to make it 3-0. And roles were reversed as Arvik picked out Turpey for our fourth. So it was comfortable, as it should be against a non-league side. We were never in any danger of losing it. We brought on Akisian off the bench, who played well as well for some game time. And yeah, it was just a good performance from us against a team that we should beat, and we did. So let's go and have a look at what all that means. We have got our next cup draw against Annan Athletic, so a League 1 side. The league is, with a game in hand, essentially done. 11 points, so we can go 14 points clear of Rangers if we were to beat Ross County here. And, Paris Saint-Germain, you can see how the other ties have gone there. The teams that won the group have typically been winning except for Bayern Munich. And that makes me a little bit concerned because they were the other team I was worried about getting. So, all right, let's not dwell on it, though. Let's go and face Ross County and see what we can do here. We're expecting a defensive 4-3-3 from them. I'm not sure. Did I say who their new manager was? I can't even remember if I know who the new manager is. Anyway, this is the team we're sending out. We're obviously very, very strongly looking at the PSG game with selection here. So Bursic in goal, Muros, Adu, Walker, and Emma Russo as the back four. Mashagi and Alvarez in midfield. Bol, Dogan, and Daniel Walker in behind Ali Spence. Ali Spence is playing because he hasn't played for a little while now. I rested him for Livingston and I didn't risk him against in the cup game there. So I just don't want him to lose any sort of match sharpness. So that's why he's starting, and we'll take him off probably after he has his hat-trick. All right, so you will notice on the bench as well, Jesus Toro is back from his broken leg. So he's literally just come back within the last couple of days in game. So we will probably bring him on if we get the opportunity to. But what I don't want to do, obviously, is we don't want to rush him back. We don't want to, what do we want to say? All right, put on a show. We just want to be a little bit careful with him, obviously. Coming back from a broken leg is a fairly serious thing. All right, so here we go. Away to Ross County. Derek Adams is their new manager. I don't think we faced him as their new manager yet. So we'll just kind of see what we can do. They do have good players. That's the thing. They are a dangerous side. So we don't want to underestimate them at all. And you can see in the bench that we've got the new boys and some youngsters there, and Andy Irving. I did try to sell Andy Irving through the window, but there was no one coming in for him, so it was his wages that seemed to be the problem. There was I think clubs wanted to take him, but the wages were what was putting them off. But not much happening here, which is a little bit of a shame. Here we go, Bursic with a goal kick. It's wide there for Baba Adu, and let's see where we go from here. Alvarez out there for Walker. Walker gets past his man. Walker out there for Muros. Cross comes in. It's beyond everybody. Bol will keep it in, though. And then lose out. What's going to happen from this highlight? You start to worry a little bit. Mashagi goes across. Emma Russo, can he get a foot in there and win that back for us? They're just doing enough to keep possession right now. As Muros gets ahead to the ball. But still, there we go. We should win that. We do. And here we go now with Walker. Mashagi to Alvarez. Alvarez goes back for Baba Adu. Forward for Dogan. Mashagi over the top. Looking for and finding Walker. Spencer's in the middle if he can find him. He goes a long way. Spence! Oh, Spence sticks the foot out and gets his 34th goal of the season, drawing him level with the Konanong record. And, he could well find himself breaking that today, couldn't he? And that would be a wonderful thing. I don't really understand how he's got to this. He's just stuck a leg around in front of the defender. And that's a cheeky finish, isn't it? So, wonderful stuff. We'll give him some praise. And hopefully any nerves. No, it's not really settled us down. We do look a little bit off in terms of body language, but the scoreline looks okay. So we'll just hope that we can defend properly. You can probably has a guess as to what the Paris lineup is going to be based on the team that's playing here. Spence will start, but other than that, I don't think anybody else here will start. It's always tough between Dogan and Torres as to who to start, especially with Torres being unhappy, but his performances have still been okay. Bol through for Ali Spence. What the first touch that is. Ali Spence, 35. So there it is. The Conan Ong record has been broken. So, I mean, he is a wonderful, wonderful player. I didn't think we'd have a striker as good as Conan Long ever again, to be honest. I thought that was pretty much going to be our high point. Look at that first touch. But, yeah, Ali Spence is just something else. And to think we could have had him for years more if I'd just gone and signed him without him being properly scouted and not let him go to Celtic. But he is looking 56 million well spent right now. Certainly in the league. Europe, maybe there's still a little bit left to be desired, but he's getting the job done for us. So we will say don't let complacency creep in. We've got Bowl looking demotivated. Not good enough. That seems a bit harsh when you're playing a 7.8, but it always motivates a demotivated player. So that's all looking good. Now, Ali Spence, he's on a hat-trick. I said I'd take him off after his hat-trick, didn't I? So we'll give him to the hour mark. I certainly don't want to be going beyond that. Then we'll get Stenkic on to play up front. Yeah. So we'll make that change. Bigger things will wait for him. Let's take Dogan off and get Jamie on in case we need him at some point. What are we, 2-0 up? So we probably want to be a little bit careful and save a sub here, don't we? The other one, of course, is the right winger. I shouldn't have signed him looking at his name. And he's actually the one that we probably needed. Jesus, what an effort that was. That we needed least because obviously Makreyev is first choice. Bowl is doing an excellent job as his backup. Yeah, we're probably better off actually leaving him and getting Toro on for some game time. But yeah, let me know what you think of the signings. I was just basically, as I say, just trying to cover every basis that I could for injuries. We should be okay. They've changed. Why do they do that to me? Now I've got to go and change all the marking. Let's wait for after this highlight. Yeah, I just wanted to... I mean, we're relatively solid defensively in terms of squad numbers anyway because we have... Well, Toro is back now, so we have Divev, Bukiano, Toro, Bubba Adu, and Andrew Walker. So... Oh, and Toro's just given away a penalty at 2-1, potentially. Can Bursic make a save? Come on. Oh, it's gone the right way, but he hasn't been able to save it. And now I'll have to go and change the marking assignments because it starts to get a little bit nervy now, doesn't it? Right-sided and then left side. Where are we? There we go. There. But, yeah, so I just wanted to admit the only other position I would have liked to have strengthened is a central midfielder. Unfortunately, I couldn't find anybody that was going to make us really better as a central midfielder. Now, we should be fine because we have Mashagi, Almarez, Roosevelt, and also Mihai. So we've got 4 really good central midfielders. So any of them could play in Europe and it would be fine. And then we do have others, you know, the likes of Bayless and Irving who could come and play in the league. And, I mean, the league we're in a pretty strong position anyway, although we might be about to give up a 2-0 lead here if we're not careful. So I think, and we have done that. And that is, well, that, excuse me, is annoying, to say the least. Good first block there by Walker. And you'd have to say, bringing Toro on has been a mistake, hasn't it? He's given away the penalty. And he's coming back from a broken leg, granted, but I was expecting some level of competence from him. And with, yeah, maybe Jamie and Stankic on in attacking roles. I mean, they're good players, don't get me wrong, but they're still settling back in Stankic's case and settling in Jamie's case. Almarez gets ahead to that. Here we go with Stankic. Let's see what he can do. He's such a tall player, isn't he? Bowl is making a run into the middle. Stankic checks back. It's there for Emma Russo. Almarez, Jamie for Walker. Walker, look at the outside. We've got players streaming forward on the left. Almarez, no, it's still there. Walker! And Daniel Walker smashes in a 10. Well, he's been underused. Another player. We didn't really need any of those extra players that I loaned in, to be honest. But, I mean, Walker's a wonderful player. I just don't use him. And here we see there, wonderful little reverse ball. Almarez, and look at the composure there from Almarez to actually lay it back and not have it go from that tight angle. And we are back in front at 3-2.
So that is more like it. We'll give them some praise. And hopefully now we can just see this through. They've changed their formation again. Jamie with a corner. Can we just get this in so I don't have to worry about changing things back? Toro was there. Can't win the head up. And, well, where'd he come from? They've let someone in off the stand, I think. Oh, Burstick with a good save. Where did he come from? I mean, there was no one anywhere near him. Oh, he's one of those where he was off the field injured. Wasn't the best there from Walker. And you just worry a little bit that we're doing a poor job of closing this down. So what we're going to do is just lower our tempos back down. We're coming into stoppage time. Yeah, Toro's played a 6-4, got a booking. I mean, he's doing his very, very best to make sure we drop points here. But I don't think he's going to be successful. So Agent Jesus has been foiled, and we win 3-2 in the end. A game that we deserved to win. It just got a little bit closer at the end there, didn't it? So nice work, everybody, but we need to be better than that against Paris Saint-Germain. We can see the other scores there from the day. Rangers dropping points against bottom of the table St Johnstone, and Celtic getting the better of Hearts. So, I mean, we are off into the sunset now, aren't we? It's whether who's going to come second and third, really. It looks like the real battle there, doesn't it? Motherwell, Ross County and Aberdeen all tied as well to see who gets into the top half. So Queen of the South secure victory at Derek Adams Arena, and he's their manager. So he must have been a bit of a legend at the club, was he? We have secured Champions League football in February with a top 3 finish, and initial budgets, I mean, none of this really matters. Only 9 million to spend. You can see we're really starting to hit that ceiling, aren't we, with what we can spend. And, you know, if this was going on any longer, we'd struggle. I mean, we've got the new stadiums that's supposed to come, and that will help a little bit. But yeah, it's really tough. I think we've definitely hit a ceiling of a financial ceiling. Anyway, it's Sunday the 20th of February in game. I will see you in 2 days' time on Wednesday, or 3 days' time on Wednesday in Paris. Okay, welcome back. We're getting ready to face Paris with the best possible news. Alfredo Torres is now happy to stay at the club. He obviously was a little bit upset, handed in a transfer request, which I rejected during January window. But yeah, he is happy to stay, and that is absolutely huge. So we are getting ready. It's nothing. It's just, you know, a whole year's worth of work. It could end very shortly here. We are away to Paris, and let's see what we can do. It's a 4-2-3-1 formation that we're expecting from them. And these are the heroes we're sending out. Bursic in goal, Rojas, Bukiano, Divev, and Ayrton as the back four. Rushfield and Mihai in midfield. Makreyev, Torres, and Arkvik. It's Ali Spence going up top. The bench is the backup goalkeeper, El Shot, along with Amaruso, Muros, Mashagi, Bol, Kosei, and Stankic. You'll wonder why there's no centre-back there. I am comfortable enough playing Ayrton as a centre-back. So if we happen to get an injury, he will shift over, and Amaruso will come in. Mashagi can also play as a centre-back, but yeah, I mean, he wouldn't be terrible, to be honest. So yeah, we've got other options, and it just means that we've got the more attacking options on the bench. So hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us. Okay, so Diego Simeone is their manager this season, and well, there's some names in there, aren't they? Donnarumma, Hakimi, Diaz, Mendes, I think this guy's quite good as well. Uta, he was someone I looked to sign. Denny Olmo, Adeyemi. So there's Mason Mount is there. So there's some good players, and they're just the real life ones. They're not the ones that have no doubt beat wonder kids in games. So we're just going to say there's no pressure on us here, and we're going to go out to the Parc des Princes, and we are hopefully going to get a good result. All right, here we go. So they are playing as expected, and yeah, that Uta he's a Romanian as well, and he and Mihai, I tried to sign them both at the same time, but obviously we could get Mihai, we couldn't then go and get Uta as well. I forget what the exact issue was. I think Paris came in for him, to be honest. That was the issue. But anyway, here we go, underway. We saw last season if we can get teams back to Parmesan level, or even, you know, one goal down, we have it in us to turn things around. And I think, well, I don't think, we are a better side this year. Now we need to defend the corner here if we can. Mihai gets it away. And Uta! That was close. And he's on the ball again, the two Romanians. Torres intercepts that, gets it forward early, looking for Arkvik. We've got Spence forward. Can Arkvik justify his selection ahead of Stankic. He goes back there for Rojas. Oh, and the highlight comes to an end. Oh, but that shot from Uto was quite good, wasn't it? Now, we haven't had a shot on goal ourselves, and we're being outpossessed here. Two things that don't usually happen to us. Keep encouraging. Their right back is on a booking, which might give Arkvik a chance. I wonder if us high-tempoing and passing into space is not working away from home in Europe. So let's try changing that. Give them some more encouragement. We're coming back into the game a little bit since we made that change, so that's good. Possession is almost level now. Alright, we've got another highlight. Can we win this ball back? Ali Spence is going across to close him down, but he's just tiring himself out a little bit there, isn't he? Mihai on a booking, which isn't ideal. Can we pressure them into a mistake here? Oh, Roosevelt is there. Mihai, what's he going to do with it? Back to Roosevelt. Divev, forward for Mihai. Mihai to Torres. Torres for Spence. Spence, oh, there's a run in there. Arkvik went and stopped. And what is the highlight going to bring from here? Because that was surely not it. Ball forward. Rojas is there. Down to Torres. Torres looking for and finding Makreyev. Makreyev is in. He goes, he checks back. Is there for Ali Spence? Ali Spence gets number 36 of the year. Just before half-time, it is Paris Saint-Germain 0, Queen of the South 1. Torres did really well, sweeping past to find Makreyev. He didn't panic, he showed good composure, and Ali Spence, oh, he is just a god in front of goal this season. Wonderful stuff. We're 1-0 up. We'll give them some praise. And, well, it could be huge, but we've got defending to do here first. Arkvik working hard. Ball in. Oh, I don't know what's happened there. I think Divev, the commentary said, got a block in, so that's huge. Is he going to be the difference between falling short in Europe and actually being able to get across the line? Oh, Ayrton is there. He can't win the header, and it's 1-1. And it's 1-1 in first half stoppage time. Arkvik only playing a 6.5 and on a booking. I think Stankic might be one for the second half. Ayrton was there. He just couldn't win it, could he? And that's the disappointing way to concede a goal. So it is half time. It is 1-1. And yeah, like I say, I think we'll bring Stankic on for Arkvik. I don't like that both our central midfielders are on a booking, but it's just kind of the way it's going to have to be, I think. You've got nothing to lose. Fist pump, we've got faith. And, well, hopefully the second half goes our way. So there's the change. Stankic on for Arkvik, and we've got some defending to do, it looks like. Can we go and win this ball back? There's a big gap in there. I'm not quite sure how that's happened. It's not particularly good. And Bursic with a save. Focus, boys. Can we get this corner clear, please? And thank you. We can. Torres has got acres of space. All right, here we go. Alfredo Torres. He's got Makreyev up there. He looks for him. He can't get it over the top. And that brings the highlight to an end. Now, with no away goals, 1-1 would be a decent result, wouldn't it? I'm looking at Torres only playing a 6.5 and also on a booking now. That might be the sign for Dogan to come on. All right, let's encourage them. Yeah, it's the old stick or twist, isn't it? We've had 9 shots, 7 on target, compared to their 12 and 3 on target, but they're getting a lot of corners, aren't they? And we've looked a little shaky. Diaz is indicating to referees, oh, it's not going to be a penalty, is it? Don't do it to us, VAR. It's going to be a penalty, because why else would they stop it? Oh, Bursic, come on, man. I mean, you can't stop them all, can you? All right, let's go back to our more attacking play.
And it's 2-1 to Paris. They have turned it around. I think we lost in Paris last year, didn't we? And then we let's try a demand more. I think we lost in Paris last year and then turned it around at home. But it's not been our best performance, has it? All right, let's try exploit the flanks. Let's try and encourage. The performance hasn't been bad. We've outpossessed them. We've had more shots on target. I think a lot of it has been they've had corners and they've made us look, I think, we'll definitely be working on defending corners before the second leg. What we don't want is for another goal to go in now in stoppage time. That goal in first half stoppage time, oh. Yeah, I mean, that was a bit of a game changer. Stankic is out there on the left. He's not playing particularly well either. So I wonder if what we might actually want to do in the last few minutes here is exploit the middle. Here we go with Mihai. Mihai, it's just a nothing ball, isn't it? And can we win that? We can. Ayrton for Rochefeld. Dogan. Forward for Makreyev. Makreyev looking for Ali Spence. Ali Spence, can he rescue us here? Ali Spence just doesn't have the finish. Alright, so let's try exploit the middle and let's not pass into space. We'll keep the high tempo, but we won't pass into space. And we've got 55 seconds of stoppage time left here. And, well, can we... I'm willing to sign up for 2-1 now, if I'm honest. I don't want to be 2 goals down going home. Stankic loses out, but Rojas picks it up. Back to Stankic, to Mihai. Mihai for Spence. Chests it down nicely. Makreyev to Ayrton. Can Ayrton whip across him? Where's Stankic if he can find him? There's the cross. Oh! It looked like a bit of a mix-up between defender and goalkeeper, and it's not fallen for us, unfortunately, so it's 2-1. We took a lead, and then we threw it away. Good effort, boys. We'll go with that, and we need to just be a little bit better second leg, don't we? So there we go. We can see that RB Leipzig beat Milan as well 2-1, and disappointing collapse. I wouldn't call it a collapse, but you know what? I don't think we played well there. I think we're a little bit disappointing, and to only lose 2-1 in Paris is not the worst. It certainly could have been a lot worse for us that game. So we're in it. Let me know how you think things stand. Yeah, it's a little bit of an awkward one, that one. The first game we have lost since Real Madrid away back in September. So it's been a good run. That has come to an end, though. But as the episodes, if you've enjoyed that, thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. We'll be back next time for the quarterfinal of the Cup, which, spoiler alert, will pretty much be a B team, especially at home against Enon Athletic. And then it will be the second leg against Paris Saint-Germain. Is our impossible dream coming to an end? Or can we go back to a Champions League quarterfinal for the second year in a row? Take care.